Museum in Cleveland, Mississippi. We welcome now the executive director of the Grammy Museum Mississippi, Emily Havens. Emily, good to see you.
It's great to be here with you today, and I'm so glad to have you at the museum today.
Well, appreciate you having us. We're glad to be here, and this time you and I are talking in person as opposed to through our video link. Did a little walking through the museum. It's incredible. It's spectacular. It is indeed a treasured asset, not only for Cleveland and the Delta, but honestly for the state and the nation.
Thank
you. It's incredible.
Yes, thank you. I'm so glad you're here. I look forward to this time of year to having y'all in Cleveland. It is great, and we've got some new artifacts in and new exhibits, and so I can't wait to talk to you about it.
Well, I saw one of the curators in there.
Yep.
Sprucing up one of the exhibits there, huh?
So we're adding a beautiful outfit of Mary Wilson of the Supremes. Of course, Mary's from Greenville. That's right. That's right. And so we're excited to be able to add a beautiful outfit of Mary's in John Bon Jovi.
Yep, saw that.
Yep, that is brand new to us. We also just added an outfit, a dress from Miranda Lambert from one of the Grammy Awards. So it's beautiful, and we're excited to be able to update artifacts and keeps people coming back to see new things at the museum.
Well, the red jacket, the John Bon Jovi jacket, I'm a John Bon Jovi fan and love their music. I don't remember him wearing that, and then saw the photos and was just so impressed with that. But honestly, that kind of fits his personality, does it not, that red jacket? Yeah,
and we work great with his team, his brother actually. And so we kind of told him what we were looking for, of course, adding him to the Grammy Legends case, and he was very excited about that. And so we really let Matt and his brother and John work on that and decide what they wanted to send. And we were very excited to be able to add that outfit.
Couple other things. I don't know exactly what you call it. Help me describe it here, Emily. But the board, the animated video board that just has kind of strings look like spaghetti going across it. It's probably 15, 20 feet in length, 4 to 6 feet, I guess, in width. And you see little circles with artists that are featured in here, and you can just touch one of those and it blows up and gives you more information. You've also got some headsets you can put on as well and get kind of an audio description of that artist, I guess, and their career and their accomplishments. That's really well done. That's neat.
Thank you. That is probably the highlight in the Mississippi Gallery for sure. So that's our Mississippi River table. Okay. And that table has all Mississippians on it, but it also has artists that have been influenced by Mississippian, or even artists that have been influenced or have influenced. Okay. And so it's really all about Mississippi. And so, of course, you can read and learn a lot about Mississippians on that table, but you also can pick up artists like Taylor Swift and see how Taylor.
Bonnie Raitt's on there.
That's right. How her influences go back into Mississippi, Fred McDowell and things like that. And so it's really interesting to see all the connections that Mississippi has and all the artists that are that come from this state and how they've influenced American music and different artists and also been influenced by them. So it's really an incredible learning experience. I love kids own it because they're not just looking at their favorite artists, they're also seeing how they connect back to this state. And in most cases, they all connect back to this state somehow. Yeah.
Something else I noted that is a theme that's featured I thought was really cool is Highway 61 and the references to that.
Our brand new exhibit. We opened it in August, and it really tells the story of how Highway 61, the music, the genres that were born along it, how it played a role in American music. And so we celebrate all the artists and the music from New Orleans all the way up to St. Louis, but really heavy between New Orleans and Memphis. The artists are really, it's amazing. And the songs and the music, and we have a great playlist that goes along with it. So if you're taking that road trip from St. Louis to New Orleans, it's a great, it fits that mileage perfectly. So it's a great way for you to remember all those songs and then come to the museum and celebrate that with great artifacts and awards and timelines. And it's a fun little road trip within that exhibit.
Yeah, it's really cool, really well done. I took a moment just to kind of take in the really large black and white photo that's part of that exhibit. that features a couple of vehicles on 61, traveling in opposite directions there. I think from like the 40s, 50s time frame when so much of the music was created along that corridor. Really incredible.
Well, it was fun. It was fun. This is the second exhibition that we have written and curated. And I have to tell you, Commissioner Willie Simmons, really one of his ideas. He was passionate, of course, about
Transportation Initiative, Central District.
That's right. And he is really passionate. So he really dug in with us. And of course, it's the 50th anniversary of our Recording Academy Memphis chapter. And so they also stretch from New Orleans to St. Louis. So it was just a perfect time to celebrate this exhibit and bring all these artifacts and these photos and great interviews. I don't know if you had a chance to check out the interviews, but we've got great living history interviews of B.B. King at Dockery. We've got great ones of Carla Thomas and Sam Phillips. And I mean, it's just really incredible, really deep and rich content in that exhibit.
You can't help but notice, Emily, just how much Mississippi has played such a huge role in American music, and that is certainly exhibited and featured in this museum.
For sure. And again, one of my favorite things to share with people that from all over the world, from all over the country, and they're always surprised at either one artist or one song or something they didn't know. So they walk away from the museum learning things. You know, as we're in this lobby and looking up here at Leontine Price,
see that? Yep.
I love to celebrate her, and she's one of the people that we first, when kids come in, we first tell students about her and her story and what the mark she made in opera and Sam Cooke. And so Mississippi is really all over this museum. We're so excited to be a part of the music footprint and the tourism footprint, but really about education and being able to share this with generations and generations so that they keep telling our story.
You know, I always ask our friend Steve Azar about what is it about Mississippi, you know, that has been the birthplace of so many world-class musicians and so many that just shaped the music we all listen to today. Even modern music, to some extent, has some roots in the original music that came out of the area. And he just said that the Mississippians are just great storytellers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. And it is really about storytelling. And that's, again, one of the things that we make sure that students know when we teach them how to songwrite is you're telling your story of that day or that year or whatever. And so many Mississippians, you know, we have Mac McAnally. I mean, is he the greatest storyteller
Unbelievable
ever?
Artist.
Absolutely. And from this state, loves our state, great music ambassador. And one of the best storytellers, one of our board members, Bill Simmons, he would always tell me that Matt McAnally was the Mark Twain of our time, and I believe it. And he's just one of many in this state. They're able to take stories and make them into wonderful music that speak to us, and a song remembers when, for sure.
No doubt. What's on the boards? Anything you guys are working on you can talk to us about?
Well, I mean, we're kind of wrapping up our programming this year. We've got a couple more of our Fitbeat exercise classes. They're a free program for the community on December 2nd and December 16th. We have a sold-out show on December 4th, our annual Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, a Delta Little Christmas, I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
And it is sold out, and we're excited to be able to bring the Buford sisters and Fish Mickey back to town, and Tricia Walker and the Coahoma Community College, Jan Brock, and it's just going to be Jim Trotter. It's going to be a great program here in the museum. And then we'll get ready to announce our 2024 programming in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Now, the museum absolutely does play host to visitors and tourists that tour the museum from all over the world. What do you hear from some people that maybe never been to Mississippi, never certainly been to this museum? They walk through it, they take it all in, they come out. I got to believe they're forever influenced and impacted about their perception of this state.
For sure, and definitely impressed. And so I think some come with a perception of the state, and they leave with a completely different perspective of this state and the history of the state. And I think Mississippi is doing a great job of capturing what we've done really great in music and storytelling and our music history and legacy, and I think that will live on, and I love being able to share that with visitors from all over the world. We have lots of tours left this year with American Queen, our Riverboat. Those are some of of the visitors that are in and out of here every single month, and they're always interested, and they always learn something new. And sometimes they know way more than we do about that.
They've researched it.
Yes,
And they're students of it. It's like a hobby to them.
Absolutely. And so this is a destination, whether they're on the river, and we certainly hope that they come back and make a road trip on Highway 61. But it really is an honor to be able to be at this museum and share that history and be a part of people changing their mind, learning something about our state, learning about music, and being a part of that.
Well, no doubt it is a tremendous asset, not only for Cleveland and the Delta, but the entire state of Mississippi and the country and the world. It's world class, folks. You got to come see it. Emily, appreciate you coming on. Thanks for having us here today.